you that this person is a member of the Woodsmen of the World. Yet another one of these fraternal organizations. This one existed primarily to provide burial insurance. In the 19th century, it was very common for people to die young. Very common for people to die 40, 50, right? If you lived to be 60, that was considered that you'd reached your old age. And so when people died young, often the family that survived would not have the money to provide what they considered a proper burial or proper tombstone. And so this is a club that you would belong to, and part of your dues each week was set aside to pay for your marker. Okay? And so this one, this is made of limestone. There's a town down in Indiana where this comes from, and the carvers live there. Even today they make monuments in that town in Louisiana and have some really artistic carvers. And the symbolism here, obviously, it fits in with the Woodsmen of the World. And by the way, that has nothing to do with what they did for a living. They weren't all lumberjacks. Okay? But the idea here, the symbolism, is it's a life cut short. Right? The tree's been cut off in its prime. And so there's always this kind of life cut short motif representing the death of the individual, but in every single one there's going to be some evidence of growth or renewed life. Right? That whole concept of eternal life, that Christian symbology. And so sometimes there's vines. There's another one in the back we won't get to that's bigger and more elaborate. And what it has is it has like a little knot hole with the squirrel in it. Okay? So if you come around, the emblem for the Woodsmen of the World here is this. Okay? And so this is nice because it's got the axe and the mallet. The mallet's to push the wedge down to split. Okay. These are common towards the end of the 19th century. Eventually these get to be too expensive. No reasonable amount of money you could pay each week would pay for one of these. And so they go to just the typical granite markers with this symbol carved into it. Because this just gets to be too much. Let's head over this way. By the way, I think I warned you in class, there's a lot of gophers or prairie dogs in the cemetery, so watch where you walk. The ground is uneven.